I'm going to press record, okay? Now what I want to do is to invite people, and this I hope will give me the URL. Yes, because last time I couldn't find it. Okay, so now going to go into Facebook and put it where I said I would. There it is. Okay. So let me go back to Zoom. And I have closed that window. Try and get myself in the picture so you can see my face. Excellent. So just wait and see if anybody's going to join me live. This is the first time I've done this on this topic, so it may just be me talking to myself this time, but I'm hoping that you will want to listen to the replay, which is why I've remembered to record it brilliantly this time. Okay, so I'm talking in this video, this is part 1, and I'm going to do 6 videos, of the wisdom of the breath. And by that I mean that the system of breathing has been designed by the creator, the creative universal source, spirit, whatever you want to call it, as one part of a synchronicity of ways that our body works in tandem. So our physical and our spiritual body works in tandem very well. And although we're not always aware of it, because often we aren't, well, often, I don't know, I have no idea, the proportion of people in the country, in the world, on the continents, whoever, in whichever religion, the proportion of people who have an understanding and an idea that we are more than just a physical body. Who can say how many people that is? But I'm sure that the majority of people on the Facebook groups that I'm in certainly have an idea that we're more than just our physical body. So I'm talking to you. This knowledge is something which is absolutely fundamental when we come to begin to make any personal and spiritual growth, because all of the foundations are already laid down. And once we understand this, we can begin to take advantage of it. We can begin to use the system in the way that it's designed, and we can make progress very quickly indeed. So this video, this one, part 1, is that our breath always knows which part of our experience needs attention. And when I'm talking about my rebirthing experience or the rebirthing experience of my clients, one of the things that we do, and question people often asks, is to understand that by building up our energy within our breathing, we can trust that our body will use it in the best way possible. And this is something which, once you begin to walk down the spiritual path, you realise, of course, is logical. But to start off with, people aren't always entirely sure about this. And it's interesting that people who have the most questions about these sorts of things. I attract a lot of people who've already done yoga, for example. But recently I've had a GP come in to me who is she's also interested in yoga, which is why the breathwork appealed to her. But she needs more reassurance. That often happens with people who are in health professions, because their training, on top of perhaps cultural background, is built on this idea that, first of all, you can't trust your body to work properly because it breaks down a lot. And secondly, that we need to have some sort of proof that somebody else has provided to know that what we're endeavouring to do will work. And of course, you know what I'm going to say, neither of those things is true. First of all, our body is designed extraordinarily well to function properly. And secondly, we don't have to prove it via somebody else's proof. And in fact, one of the judgmental word, one of the worst things we do is to believe that somebody else knows better than we do what's good for us. And I'm sure you resonate with that. I certainly do. So when we're talking about breathing and the breathwork itself, and I'm going to go away from my notes because it distracts me, what really helps me is seeing myself on the video so that I feel as though I'm talking and there's somebody there, even if it's just me. So the breathing itself, when we're breathing, we know very well that we're exchanging oxygen and carbon dioxide. Not just those two things are happening, but that's the main reason that we perceive that we're going to be breathing. Oxygen is the thing we know that we need. It's a thing we know we need very quickly. We need it instantly. We need it all the time. We need it constantly. And we also have some idea that we need to breathe out too. And it isn't just to make space for more oxygen to be breathed in. It is to breathe out the gases which are toxic if they build up. So the breathing is breathing in oxygen, obviously. It's breathing out the carbon dioxide, but it is also breathing in energy. Now, some of the world's traditions, religions, cultures have a word that means breath means the same as energy. And I think all of the main traditions encourage breathing, encourage awareness of breathing, encourage things that help to make breathing efficient. So lots and lots of the ancients are really aware of how healing breath is. And some of them are aware of how it does it, perhaps not others. And my understanding is simply my understanding. But because I've practiced breathwork for a long time, because I've experienced a myriad of different revelations, physical experiences, mental, emotional, psychic, past life, spiritual, whatever you want to call them, experiences, they've all come in together into my grand experience of rebirthing and breathwork. I feel well qualified to talk about the way that it can work, where the energy can work. And while you're doing your breathing session, while you're doing your rebirthing session, your experience is that physical manifestations in particular, but other manifestations build up that you become aware of. And so it becomes patently obvious that your body is breathing energy as well as oxygen, as well as air. And by doing this, you raise the energy in your body and you then become aware of the blocks and the blockages to the air, to the oxygen, sorry, not air, the oxygen once it's been absorbed into your bloodstream, to the blockages that may be around your body, which are physical, emotional, and spiritual. So this is the lovely, lovely way that breathing works in particular, but we as organisms work in a more broad sense. We have this efficiency, we have this broad, energetic experiences on many levels. Let me just turn off the... I don't know I can do that, can I? I can't turn off the sound and still maintain my connection with Facebook. Well, I apologise for the bong when somebody posts up on Facebook, because I want to keep the page open so that if anybody asks me any questions, I can answer them. I've done this before and I've closed that to avoid the noise, and then I found that there were people asking me questions and I didn't answer them because I wasn't aware of it. So there we are, we have to live with the bongs. Okay, so back to my Zoom. Yeah, so once you are aware that you are using your breath as a tool, you are breathing continuously. That's how the system works. You breathe in and out, and in and out, and in and out without pause. Certainly at the beginning of the session, you are really aware of this circle or the infinity symbol of the in-breath and the out-breath flowing. And as you build that energy up, you become more and more aware of anything that is present. So it may be a physical feeling, it may be an awareness of an emotion, it may be an expression of an emotion, it may be pictures that you can see, it may be symbolism, it may be a dreamlike state. Lots and lots of things build as you harness your breath. And the loveliest thing about all of this thing in breathwork is that it's something that is a body experience. You don't have to speak. You are just living, reliving, breathing, experiencing, feeling. That's all you're doing. And it's beautiful because by doing that and by solely doing that, you're healing yourself. So it's an incredibly efficient system. It's one of the reasons I love it so much. And one of the reasons I'm still practicing it, why I'm still using it, why I have revelations. I've just had one this morning, which has thrilled me beyond thrilling, because it's a major, major thing that I've been working on for decades. So I'm feeling really upbeat about it. I'm feeling really, really pleased with myself. And all of it adds to my experience and what I can offer you. So when we allow these things to build and we're aware of them, if we keep breathing with that awareness and deliberately allowing that sensation to build, get bigger and bigger, then we have breakthroughs. The sensation will eventually evaporate. If we allow it to be there, the blockage will clear, the oxygen will get through, the energy will get through, and we will have a revelation. All of those things, the layers that there are, they're all part of the whole. They're all part of the experience that we are willing and wishing to have. What I do these days, which has become really part of my practice, is to ask a question. And by asking a question at the beginning of the breathwork session, I have found, and my clients have found, that it really focuses your experience onto the particular area that you're interested in. Now, you don't need to do that because your body already knows what needs to be done. But what I found is that it's more efficient, that it's faster, that it is it's more pleasing, it's clearer, and clarity is one of my very favourite things. So those are the things that I feel that this particular part offers. Oops, clicking on the wrong bit. I'll just go back to where I was. So how your body knows about where the energy blockages are, it feels it. Your body, your spirit, your energetic self, in the wholeness of you, is aware of what those blockages are. You may be aware of them, you may have been thinking hard about them, you may have been working, trying not to think hard about them, because of course the thing we focus on is the thing that we keep repeating. You may be directing your energy elsewhere, you may be building up your energy in the things you're enthusiastic about and answering the call within yourself to be heading in the direction of your passion. All of these things are beautiful ways to open the pathways up for us to be led to the place that's our satisfaction and our success. And I just love it. I love the way that it works. I love the feeling of the energy, the power of the revelation. I'm pointing here at my chest because this is really where I feel that connection. If you've been following me for a while, you may have seen one of my favourite revelations, which is that our breath is what tethers our soul to our physical body. And those were words that came to me with my understanding that I've had for a long time, which is very clear, because as we emerge into the physical world from our mother, we breathe in for the first time. And as we pass out of the world back into spirit, we breathe out for the last time. So this breathing experience is our connection. It's our link. It's also a channel. It's an energy channel which we can use. We can move both ways through that channel. We can use this experience of our soul knowledge, which is obviously part of our breath knowledge, to know what to focus on, to know which direction to move in, to know which direction to have our business in, where our heart is telling us, leading us, where we need to follow to be our happiest selves. So I hope you've enjoyed that. That was part 1 of the 6 steps to the wisdom of the breath. I shall be back with the next one very soon. I will post up when I'm going to be doing it. If you would like to be notified individually, then please let me know. You can send me a Facebook message and I'll note down your name and send you an individual message when I'm going to be doing the next one. The next topic, let me just find it for you. The next topic about the wisdom of the breath is it knows which part of your body needs healing. And so I will work on that next time. I'll talk about that. If you have any questions, let me know. And I will be posting the URL to find the recording of this very soon, once I've worked out the logistics of it. I hope you enjoy that and that you want to come and listen to the new ones as they come up. But I'm going to say goodbye for now. Thank you for watching.